What is going on, everybody? My name is Blue, and you're tuned in to The People's Trader, where we take a look at your favorite cryptocurrencies using the Wyckoff method. If that's the sort of thing that tickles your fancy, then why don't you hit the subscribe button? I do this every single day, except for the days that I don't. So in today's video, recap on Bitcoin, see what's going on inside of the Bitcoin space right now, and we are also going to take a look at Cardano, as well as another coin that came in as a request in the comments section. If you ever have a coin that you would like me to take a look at, leave it in the comments section down below and I will get to it as soon as I can. More than likely you'll have to wait a few days, but other than that, let's jump right in. So Bitcoin, we are in this reaccumulation after decline. So the reaccumulation after decline schematic is one of the weaker reaccumulation schematics, but that being said, it is technically a reaccumulation. This is coming at severe resistance at around, well, 14,000. We need 14,000 as the level to break. If we can break through that level, that is a multi-year resistance. That is usually the area anywhere from 12,000 to 14,000. That is the area where Bitcoin has been reversing to the downside. So we are at that significant resistance right now, and we are waiting to see if we can get through it or not. So we did break through this accumulation channel right here, and we are now coming down for a test. This is kind of a do or die for Bitcoin right now. We do need to hold this level at about 11,100 on the upper range and 1150 on the lower range. Let's just call it a clean 11K. We need to hold 11K. If we can do that and start to make higher highs and higher lows from that point, that's going to look very, very bullish for Bitcoin. If we do get a rejection, we need to be careful that we don't break through this resistance, this support. If we break through this support level, that is going to be a sign of weakness. That is going to really indicate to me that, we might want to reconsider some of our positions. We might want to consider even doing a hedge in the form of a short or an options trade or something like that. So we're going to have to revisit if we do see that. A lot of people are calling for that 9,600 CME gap. I think if we go down and fill that gap, at this point, it's not going to be bullish. There's no fundamental reason for the gap to be filled. The only reason we've been filling the gaps is because we've been in a multi-year range-bound consolidation. So by default, as it goes up, it fills the gaps, and as it goes down, it fills the gaps. There's no real reason for that. So if we do make it down to 9,600, I am calling that a sign of weakness, and I'm going to be very apprehensive with adding to any positions, and I will probably be looking to hedge. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on inside of Cardano. So Cardano USD is also in a very nice structure. So let's just forget the Wyckoff box right now for a sec, and let's just look at what is going on here. So we have our high and we have our low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Always start with trend analysis. There's no point in trying to catch the bottom. Trying to catch the bottom is always a gamble, always. Trying to time the top is always a gamble, always. There's no advantage from the point of view of a trader to try and catch the bottom and try and catch the top. You can make money in the middle. You can make more than enough money in the middle. So I wait for confirmation. So now we have a higher high, a higher low, and we have printed another higher high. This is looking really good. Let me go ahead and just delete all those marks right now. Okay. So now let's go ahead and zoom in and see what's going on. We're going to drop down to the 4-hour chart on Cardano. Drag this over here. So at this point, it's kind of 50-50. So this point right here, this is our preliminary supply. So this is where the supply started to come in. You can see the amount of supply entering inside of the volume signatures. This is Composite Man stepping in to stop the price from climbing. We did get our buyer's climax here. We got our automatic reaction down here. And we got our secondary test here. This is indicating phase A. Phase A identifies the trading range. And what the price action does inside and outside of that trading range is going to give you clues as to what is going on inside of the asset. So here, This could have been interpreted as a spring, but you can see the sell-off and how little effort was required for this sell-off. That to me is a sign of weakness. So that's already checkbox number 1 in bearish territory. We then got bought back into the trading range. This is good, this is bullish, but that failed too. We got 2 signs of weakness inside of Cardano. So right now at this point in the trade, it's not looking good. But that being said, we came up to the bottom of the range and we broke the creek line. So this creek line here, you can these are just drawn. You just take the highs and you draw a line along the highs. And when you draw that line, you know, kind of go with the contours. And when you get a significant break of that, that is called a jump across the creek, a JAC in Wyckoff theory. Jump across the creek, very bullish, okay? And that not only did we get back inside the trading range, we broke the top of the trading range, making a sign of strength, SOS. This is good. We then came down to the top. You always need to come down and test the top of the box. We came down and test, got a test here, came up, test with a little bit of a fake out failure here, got another sign of weakness, and now we're testing back on top. So I want to zoom in here and just see what the volume is doing. You have to interpret the volume. Volume is one of the most important things that you can be looking at when you're making decisions of strength and weakness. You need to look at the effort applied in the volume. The volume is the effort, and you need to see the yielding result. So let's look at this big green candle here, blue on my chart, but that's neither here nor there. And we can see this volume candle here. This volume candle is less volume than this candle. And you can see we had a 5.69%. You can see up here in the top, we have a 5.69% move to the upside on this candle with this level of volume. We then got more volume and we got a 0.5% move to the upside. So what is that saying? The bears are in that candle. Most of the supply is coming in on that candle. So there is a ton of selling pressure. There's a ton of supply entering the market at that time. We can then see this gravestone doji with another high level of supply. We got basically no move it's all selling volume. Most of this is selling volume. Then the volume starts to peter off and we're starting to get some bigger moves. We got a bigger volume candle. So those two candles are correlated. And then we start to see a decline in volume and increase in supply here. You can see that the downside result on this candle, which is a huge amount of volume, is about 1%, and then less volume required to move it 1.32%. So it requires less effort to move the price down. So tentatively, this is not super strong. We're not seeing incredible amounts of strength on this test. We want to see a lower amount of volume come in on these tests. The test does have a nice shape to it. We're going to have to wait and see. You can see on the VPVR here, the amount of resistance up at this level at just under 11 cents. So we're going to want to see a break of that. I wouldn't make an entry in Cardano until you get to at least 11.2, 11.3. Once you can see the movement above that point, it would be safe to make an entry. The kind of crappy thing is about making an entry and waiting for the confirmation up here is you do have to put your stop loss down in here inside the channel, and that would be a 10% stop loss. So you have to be able to make those decisions and be able to protect your positions. I might even go a little bit further down. I mean, me personally, I would go a lot further down, but it's all based on your threshold of comfort. If we came back inside the range and broke through the bottom of the support range, that is going to be the final sign of weakness for me to say, yeah, this is not a bullish setup. I need to cut my losses and get out of the trade. So that's what I'm looking for inside of Cardano. So let's go ahead and take a look at VYBE. So let me just erase these drawings here. So VYBE, let's just refresh the price here. It's up just 0.7%, not much action inside of VYBE. It looks like it is, well, let's just open it up. VYBE.finance. Modern decentralized finance. Be careful with buzzwords. You know, I realize that these marketers need to sell a product, so using buzzwords is important, but you know, what is modern decentralized finance? Decentralized finance is a pretty modern thing just right off the bat. What are they trying to do? Multiple products referred to as melodies. Together they form a harmonious step forward in the industry. It just looks like a DEX. Is this a DEX? I don't even know. Loans. Yeah, so I'm not really, okay. It's nothing new. It's nothing groundbreaking. Doesn't look fantastic. There's nothing really spectacular about this project thus far. We could, market cap is currently unknown. So it's obviously a little bit new. When did it come in here? So at the beginning of September, and it got a huge markup. This is just excitement, you know, new coin excitement. And then that excitement wanes and then we flatline. So nothing great on that. We can take a look at the chart on ChartX Pro. This is a decentralized trading view. And we're seeing the same thing. So we got this big markup, new coin hype, you know, and then a huge markdown, and we've pretty much flatlined. This is a no-go for me. There's not enough fundamental, there's nothing unique about VYBE. There's very low volume. Volume is interest. People are not interested in it. You know, coins die all the time because nobody wants to buy them. There's no interest. So inside the volume, I'm not seeing any interest until VYBE does something that, you know, increases the interest and increases the demand. We're not going to see anything spectacular inside of VYBE. You can see this level right here at about $1.25. So if we start creeping up past $1.25, making higher highs and higher lows, we should see volume come in. That should come with some sort of reason as to why the volume is coming in. And we can then begin to ascertain if it's a project worth investing. But for me right now, definitely a no-go on VYBE. If you guys are interested in talking about these projects in real time, go ahead and join the Discord link down below. Not only can you contact me inside of the Discord, but I've also curated a bunch of free PDFs and a ton of learning material for you to learn the Wyckoff method. Lots of diagrams and schematics for you to understand this method. It's really powerful because it just analyzes the price in the context of volume. And keeping your analysis really, really simple is often the best way to go. Often, you know, you can indicate yourself into indecision. If you have too many indicators on the screen, you're going to have conflicting information and you're just going to get analysis paralysis. You're not going to be able to make a decision. So being able to identify strength or what you perceive to be strength will help you in the long run. Not only that, we've got a bunch of traders inside of here. We're already starting to post charts and getting lots of setups and feedback. Again, anytime you have a project or something that you want me to take a look at, you can leave a comment down in the comment section down below, or you could join the Discord and get it in real time. That is all the time I have for today. If you enjoyed the content, please leave it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, we will see you in the next video. Peace.